Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Scions. Bigfoot, go ahead and recap us on what happened last week, if you wouldn't mind.
All right, last time on uh our group of Scions, uh we went to class to learn a bit more about bloodline abilities. Uh and in the first class, seemingly that we have had jointly with the other two houses. It's kind of the first meeting of all the houses since the first day. And yeah, we learned various different details about bloodline powers as such as it is possible for certain people to have multiple bloodline abilities. Uh, there, it is possible for certain families to gain bloodline abilities that are completely foreign to the uh, usual power uh, group that would belong to that family. Everything. We learned a bit about each of our different scions. Capabilities in this realm, or like some of their ancestors and their abilities and things, such as Essie's ancestor, who was called the Storm, who was able to form, uh, was able to bring forth storms with their ability, as well as lightning hair, which has inspired Essie on a path of finding hair.
It's important.
Uh, it's important to him. Uh, and yeah, we meditated, tried to center ourselves and connect with our power more, to varying degrees of success from each one of the scions and everything. And then that class ended, and we were given a free, basically free period. We have the weekend is ours, as this was our last class of the week. And so half of our scions went to uh the is it what's it called, Josh? The library
The
or
Xantharian Archives.
Zavarian Archive? To the archive. Casas, Kreslin, and Corvus went there, while Esby, Marcel, and Kagu went um to locate the area in which they found some suspicious claw marks uh a few days prior, and immediately got lost and required Marcel, who never been to this place, to find the place somehow and everything, after they both immediately get lost and cannot find it. After a turbulent time tracking down this area, they managed to find it, and through Kagu's use, creative use of his bloodline ability and some good rolls, we were able to gain a bit more information about the situation, uh, regarding our dreams and the connection to the forest, and uh, they might have left a bit of a tracking agent on Kagu in that fight, and that there might be more within the school and everything. On the other side, in the archive, we were able to find out a bit more information about various different bloodline abilities. Uh, our scions wanted specific information for like specific lines and what they were capable of. Interested in both their own and what was held there for others as well. Some good conversations between Corvus and Ocasas on, you know, being mysterious boys, and Grism was able to do a fair amount of research into the vulnerabilities herself before our group reconvened later that evening, right before curfew. I believe that's all the major points.
Yeah, I think you guys were gonna meet back up in the common room, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think we went to the Great Hall.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's where you guys are.
Oh no, I think that's where we were, and then we meet back.
Oh,
up
okay.
In the common
I got
space.
you. Okay. So you guys are Marcel and Kagu and Essie are probably already in your common room of the house barracks there. The House Valorian sleeping quarters common room. And do you guys want to do anything before the others show up, or are you good? Currently, there's probably a few people around right now. Probably, let's see who could be in the room. Let's see here. Let me roll some dice here. See who we got in the room with you guys right now. Three. Desmond Swift Arrow is there. Dalen is there. Dalen Woodsoul. And
this little guy.
That's Dalen right there, and as well as there's somebody else in there. Morgan Darkwater is there. So they are all kind of meandering about a little bit.
Was Morgan the one that Marcel was trying to talk to and blew him off?
I believe so. I believe it was Morgan Darkwater that did that, yeah. Desmond is kind of posted up on a couch nearby and just kind of looking through his pack of supplies. Just kind of going through his things. Dalen is sitting on a couch, kind of flipping through a book, and Morgan is kind of just kind of stretched out on a piece of furniture nearby. Just kind of lounging a little bit in the room with you guys, Marcel, Essie, and Kagu. So yeah, what do you want to do? If you want to do anything at all. That's who's in the room right now.
Should we ask them if they've seen anything out of the ordinary?
Beg pardon? What were you saying, Juan? You were a little quiet for me, buddy.
Sorry. I was just saying to the party, should we ask them if they have seen anything out of the ordinary? To Marcel and Essie.
Sure.
Marcel? You should go try and talk to Morgan again.
Which one's Morgan?
The very bottom one.
The bottom one?
Yeah. I don't know what
the
happened.
Top one... Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say I don't know what happened, but I had a module on that would let me link images in chat, and it would have like the names and stuff. For some reason, it stopped working. So this is what I got. I'm sorry.
The top one was Theron, or whatever it was, right?
That is, I believe,
No.
Desmond.
Desmond. Okay. I don't know him. I don't think Essie knows any of these people. Has anyone
We've
else met
seen
them?
him before. Well,
Yeah, but I don't think Essie's met him yet.
talked to him.
Did Marcel talk to Desmond? I feel like Marcel talked to Desmond at some point.
Yeah, I believe so. For some reason, I'm thinking Casas has talked to him too.
Oh,
Remember?
maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was at dinner.
But I don't think anybody's talked to what's the middle girl's name?
Dalen?
Dalen. Not sure if anybody's talked to her yet.
I think maybe just in passing.
Okay. Is Marcel there? Is he asleep?
He sounds
super
very far
quiet.
away.
You need to walk
Wait,
closer.
how do I
first.
sound right now?
You
There
sound
you go.
good.
You're good.
Okay, sorry, I had to fix some shit on the mic.
You're good.
Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, no, yeah, he's there. I was just clarifying. It's just like I would. None of y'all know that she blew me off. That isn't like that isn't knowledge any of you have in any capacity.
But I still suggest you to go talk to her.
No, I know, but you can't do slick shit. You can't do slick shit. It's like you could just be like, can you talk to her?
Wait,
Like,
I thought we were there when that happened.
no, I was by
No, he was
myself.
alone.
Oh,
I was by myself.
We
Oh,
were at
no.
the faculty lounge. I
all
think, right?
by my the secret room.
Yeah, the secret room.
Yeah, y'all was
Wait,
up
which
there.
which room are we in right now?
We're in the common room.
The
up
common
there.
room of the Valorian barracks. Or sleeping quarters, not barracks. I keep saying barracks like this is a fucking army bunker.
Wait, so are we like getting ready
Are we all
to go to the night,
Yeah.
like go to sleep? Or...
Well, no, here's the setup.
Okay.
Right now, Kagu, Essie, and Marcel are kind of there, and I was just gonna give them a little time before you guys arrive, Kreslin, Okasis, and Corvus, before they arrive. So I wanted to give them a little time to do some stuff if they wanted to. If not, we can reconvene with everybody.
Okay. Okay, so he looks to Kago after Kago answers the question, and he'll like quietly be like, he'll be like, have either of you spoken to any of them in any capacity?
No, I'm not much of a speaker.
Oh,
I have not.
I'm a fighter.
okay. All right.
I could try.
Go ahead.
Hmm.
Do you want to try?
Not particularly.
Okay. Then there's no need.
Fighters, not talkers.
No need to push yourself to some inside.
We go challenge them to a duel.
I don't think that's also like the thing you need to do in this scenario. No,
I run up to Morgan and challenge her to a duel.
You actually do this?
Yes.
All right. What do you say?
I just after out of that conversation, I just run off mid sentence of Marcel and then just kind of like tap her.
Marcel
say,
goes to sit down next to Dalen because he's tired.
Like, would you like to duel? Just like awkwardly, because I've never met her, and I'm assuming can we duel in the fucking quarters?
In the quarters? No.
Has to do it.
All right.
That's a rough.
So you run up to her and you're like, you kind of tap her, and she kind of looks at you, and she shoots you a look that, shoots you a look that you feel like almost that. What's the best way to put this? Like if somebody stabbed you in the heart, it's kind of like that feeling. Like it is very like
She's piercing me.
it's very back the fuck up, you know, kind of a look. And she says, Buzz off, short stuff. I don't have time for you.
Oh my god! Can I just say, look over there, and then run?
He doesn't
Point-
look
point-
away. She just
Oh my-
stares at you as you back off.
I'm like running away, just pitter pattering. So she's watching me run.
She kind of rolls her eyes as you kind of run away.
I go back to Marcel and Essie.
I
and be
went
like,
to sit down because he was tired.
okay, well, I run to at Marcel and just tap him on the shoulder. Yeah, avoid her at all costs.
And Marcel just was watching that. Was like, I don't know if at all costs. I just think like we don't know each other, and they kind of just walked up on her, and
No, I generally think she doesn't like me.
oh no, I don't think she likes most people in general. Is the vibe I get, but also the context of the scenario here is.
So who
I guess,
doesn't like
it's an
a good
idea.
old duel, you know, Essie? He enjoys duels.
Oh yeah.
Is she?
I mean,
Is
I
she
want
a
to be walking
melee
over. There's no reason for
combatant?
me to stay where
Do
I
you know
was.
that?
Alright. What?
Wait, okay. Rise, Aaron, I'm sorry.
No, sorry. I'm gonna make my way to you guys because there's no reason for me to stay where I was now.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
just tell Essie he should give it a shot.
I look at it and I say my thing again of or not again, but like rewind of like he says, okay, before challenging to a duel again, do you even know, is she a melee fighter?
Well, it
Does she
doesn't matter. I mean, you can still do it, right?
I mean, it does. It doesn't. It actually matter for the context of a duel. If it's a duel between two mages, then that would be completely different than a duel between a melee fighter and a mage. Those are two completely different types of situations.
No, I don't know. Well, anyways.
But either way, I don't know if a duel is the first thing you should say to somebody you have not spoken to before in general.
I mean, we make friends by fighting sometimes, you know?
Yes. But I don't know if this is the right place contextually for that. I mean, unless they're into it, that makes complete sense. But
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem that she fits that particular mold.
Well, would you like trying to talk to her? Or
Just can I do something that you know I hate doing?
You absolutely can. What do you want to do?
Roll something.
Yeah, I want to insight check her to catch.
Dark Morgan?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
And what are you looking for? Do you just want
I want to gauge exactly, like, I know that she's obviously like standoffish. She doesn't seem to want to engage, but I guess this is all. I hate this so much. I guess it's a little bit because this is also him kind of gauging the interactions in the past, in the few days prior as well, of like just her in general vibe with like people in our classes and shit like that, right? Because
Okay.
like we're
Yeah,
with
I
her
know.
constantly and around. So it's like, is she just in general kind of like she kind of freezes everybody out, or is it like a specific?
I see. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and
Or is
make your
this
roll. I know exactly what
okay?
you want.
Yeah. All right. Inside. I will guide myself. All right. Guidance. Cool. It was almost a number that was good,
Almost.
but not. So that doesn't matter. Yeah. So not good numbers.
He rolled a 9. So with a 9, I mean, I wouldn't say you need to roll very high. Like you're using this like a period over a week of kind of maybe casually checking to see how she kind of is. It seems like a lot of times she's just bored in class, like, and that seems to be kind of like maybe the source of her general like, let's move on, let's get going, like, that's kind of like what's on the surface is that she just kind of is bored a lot of the time.
Got
You rolled,
got
you rolled higher. I would have given you more, but on the surface,
Obviously, yeah.
bored.
I told you I didn't want to do it, but I had to.
Yeah, I got you. And
Can
don't forget,
I-
you guys have inspiration as well if you ever want to use it for anything.
Oh,
Like, even if you
fuck.
can think of
Right.
something, like if you want to cash it in and be like, can I just automatically succeed on this roll? I will let you do that if you want to. If you can make a case for something, that's reasonable.
Can I use my bloodline power to what they're feeling right now, like their emotion?
Sorry, Juan, you were a little quiet again. You want to use your bloodline power to kind
I
of see if
think
you
I
get a
just-
general vibe on her? Is that what you're asking?
Like on all three of them, just to
Oh,
see
yeah.
how what they're
Ah.
feeling, like if they're just like their emotion, what they're feeling right now.
Give me a second. Let me double check your bloodline. Not because I'm gonna say no. I'm actually gonna say yes. I just want to see how I need to interpret this.
I think that falls within my bloodline.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
it does.
yes.
It does. I just want to see how I want to role play it. Is all. I need a reminder of the exact text. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your bloodline ability, not the knowledge, but your actual ability score at the top. Roll your blow score.
Low score.
12.
12.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's decent. Okay, so you open. What does it look like when you use your bloodline ability to do this part of it? To look at the.
So, okay, so I feel like this is more of like a snooping type thing, so it's more subtle.
Okay.
So my eyes kind of glow a little bit like before, but I don't have to do any type of like stance or anything. Just a quick like flash. That's it.
Okay. Who would you like the most information on? Because I'm going to give you more information on one of the three more than the others based on your role. So who would you like that person to be?
Damn. Okay. Well, I haven't talked to any of them really, but I feel like Morgan is one that we kind of want to look into a bit just because the way she is. So I'm just going to say her Morgan.
Okay. Okay, so you open up your bloodline. You feel it course through your body and through your veins, and open yourself up to the spirit realm, and you can kind of see like these auras. I would argue that the way it works is you see kind of like the auras around the person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On
I agree.
the surface. So basically what you see is almost like this glowing aura, right? And it's probably like this aura kind of reflects colors, right? So
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of gives you the vibe of it, kind of like how Tola in her flower, her crystalline flowers, would kind of
Yeah.
reflect emotions.
Yeah.
So what you see around Morgan is kind of like this bright white color tinged with like a blue color. So the blue kind of reflects her general kind of boredom, right? That's kind of what I would describe that as. And it's mixed with the white in this underlying current of emotion, which you would take as probably confidence, a very strong confidence, belief in herself. And the way you could probably interpret that is that kind of beneath the surface in her spiritual level of emotions is that she is probably feels that she is personally ahead of everybody almost in terms of I don't want to say power, just in terms of her confidence in herself and her abilities. So that leads to her kind of being boarding class, and just in general is kind of like how I would probably see it for her. So I'm gonna give you that as like the biggest read on Morgan. On Dalen, I believe she was reading in a book. So Dalen, you get the vibe of like a yellow color that you would take to be as. Let me open up a note here. As kind of like how do I say this? Like I guess like a almost like a studying mindset would be kind of like the emotion that you're kind of like a focused mode, I guess.
Focused? Yeah.
Would be kind of like the way to say that. Sometimes I need to read things out to think of a word for it, but yeah, like a focused mode is perfectly kind of like how it is. And that's also kind of tinged with some other colors like green and probably a little red here and there.
Okay. So like emotions from the book or something.
Yeah, it would be kind of like what I'd give you on like a surface level with your roll. And then Desmond is all like what would be the good color here for what I want?
Red, because he's ready for battle.
And quite the opposite, actually. He's looking through his pack right now, and he's just taking kind of stock of what he has, almost like he's looking for something. So I'm just gonna call it his aura is kind of green right now while he's searching through his backpack looking for a thing, more like almost like a curiosity. As green aura would kind of be the read. And also for the future, I would say that auras are probably fairly unique to the person too. So like while green is green for Desmond right now, and it's kind of for curiosity, it could be for passion for somebody else. But with the use of your bloodline, Kagu, that you could probably differentiate it between the people, like the emotion in it. So I would say that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's also other levels of it, like as there would probably be, probably as your bloodline develops, there would probably be patterns, right, that would come through the colors and intensities of the aura as well as you kind of learn to kind of harness your power a little bit more as well. Yeah. And also probably the more as you learn about the person, like on a personal level, would also probably let you.
Okay. Well. Would anybody like to talk to the other two? Marcel, Essie?
It's Desmond, Morgan, and who's the third one?
Dalen.
Write that down too, so I don't forget.
All right.
Was Desmond not the blacksmith or whatever he was?
No, that's Theron now.
Oh, Theron. Why do I feel like they look the same?
They do look kind of similar.
I think it might be the armor, maybe a little bit. I thought it was Theron at first.
This one is Theron. I'll post him in chat for you.
Ah, okay. yeah, kind of.
They have kind of the same color scheme going on.
He looks like a grown up version of the top one.
A little bit. But Theron's actually, I think, a dwarf like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Desmond is actually a halfling. So
Mm-hmm.
He's shorter than you. All right. Yeah. Let me. Can I do a quick general insight on both of them?
yeah, go ahead.
I think I'll just count this as because I didn't hear any of that or what Kagu learned. So I guess I'll just gander over and see.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I would argue that like Juan's bloodline power is more on a spiritual level, so he can kind of look a little deeper, but you can read body language and things on the surface fairly well with an insight check.
Yeah, like he knows like intimate shit a lot quicker and with less work, but or not work. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. Effort.
Yeah, it's yeah. It gets you two different results. Is what I'm trying to explain for like anybody listening at home that's kind of curious on the differences between it as well. But yeah, go ahead and give me those insights.
All right. Let's call this one Dalen. I'll guide myself.
Wow.
Same number. No. And then we'll do one for that was a 9 total again.
9
for those listening. As well, and then we'll do it one more time for Desmond. Got it again. Can we do 3 for 3? Almost.
My is your dice making sound when you roll it? Or is my end is apparently broken, so I'm gonna refresh Foundry really quick. So you did a 9 for Dalen and a
13 for Desmond.
13 for Desmond. Right. Well, on the surface, Dalen is just kind of chilled, relaxed, looking through this book that she has. If you look at the cover of it,
what book she read?
It appears to be a book titled. Give me 2 seconds while I roll up the title here for you. My fucking dice are wanting to be. There we go. It's called Path of the Wayfinder: A Comprehensive Guide to Ranging the Wilds. And then Desmond is you can see he's just looking through his pack, like just casually looking through his pack, and he's just looking for something. Like he's not really giving off a vibe of anything like there's not like any panic, kind of like if you lost something and you're looking for a thing. He's not like that. He's just kind of going through his pack and generally taking stock of the things he has in there right now. So that's kind of the vibe you're getting on him.
All right, so Marcelo looking, he'll be like, anyway. Well, Dalen seems to be very immersed in her book. I don't want to interrupt her. I don't want to interrupt her, I guess we could, if you wanted to try and talk to Desmond, we could talk to him. Or or uh or I could try to talk to Morgan.
I feel like we need to introduce ourselves more to the other students. So I would say any of them.
I mean, I with certainty have. I just want to say
Were
that it's like
you
off like above table.
were you sitting with Desmond?
I with all of them. Like there was a point where all of you, like y'all left to go find some shit, and I was just talking to everybody else.
No, I meant now. Like when he went to go talk to
No,
Morgan.
no,
like,
no, no. I sat
sat down.
next to Dalen, reading the book
Aelin. Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
everything. And everything.
Mm.
So we right next to her, which is why yeah. So it's up to you. Who y'all wanna, because we
You know,
don't have to go together, so it's like
I got rejected already. I don't want to get any flack from anybody else. She called me short stuff, dude. Come on, Marcel, do something here.
Let's see.
I'll go over and solo. I'll go over and holler at you know what? I'm gonna leave this up to the dice. I'm a 50-50 this for y'all.
That's
I'm a
good.
50-50 for this for y'all. All right, so here's what we gonna do. We're gonna roll a d20. Low numbered, we go into Morgan. Try to holler at her.
All right,
Marcella try to holler at her.
let's go.
High number, we'll go to Desmond.
Why not? Take it in.
And all right, cool. And Chelsea, what did Kagu want to ask everybody about? If they noticed if the shit was weird or if there was anything
If
Yeah,
they
if
strange.
wanted to
they've-
duel.
No, that was out of
That was the opening line he
that was out
used.
of impulse. that was me trying to break the ice.
I think it was just if they saw anything weird.
Yeah.
If they haven't experienced anything out of the ordinary or something like that.
All right. It's up to the dice, y'all. Let's roll. That is a low number. Barely, but it is a low number, which means he's going over to Maury.
Let's go.
Bigfoot's rolling a lot of 9s tonight.
Yeah, I know it's a lot.
I'm
of
rolling a lot of 9s.
All right, you walk over. Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
You walk over to Morgan, and what do you say? And she's just kind of sitting there. Actually, no. Here's what's happened. She kind of stared at Kagu as he ran away, and she's still kind of looking in that general direction.
Oh, no.
And she sees you, Marcel, get up and start toward her. And she just kind of lets out a sigh as you kind of approach. So you're standing in front of her, and she's looking up at you.
I tap Bessie with my elbow and just like, watch this.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. He walks up, and it was like as he like gets up and walks up, and like it's like as he's walking, he saw us as well, and everything, and then he'll like come over and he'll be like hello again, I guess. I'm sorry to disturb you. Like, I was wondering if you could answer a question for me.
But she stares at you and is like, ask your question.
Okay. You're wondering, besides the obvious, he says with, like, how that just sounded when I said it, like how it kind of sounded, like perturbed and sarcastic or whatever, is how he said. It's like this is full like noble oblige type shit, like energy right now and everything. But like he's like, besides the obvious, I was wondering, have you noticed anything strange, unnatural within in the school this past week? Have you had I don't know, any dreams or
She very slowly, as you're still talking, raises her hands and points at Kagu.
Oh no.
That's pretty strange over there.
I did state besides the obvious.
Can I as she points at me, can I like kind of like saying like who, me? And then I walk over there. Kind of like if wondering if she was calling me over.
Everything. I like wave him off before he gets I'm like, no. I'm like, no.
I turn back around.
Everything. And I'm like, don't do that. He's very easily common sense isn't a natural thing to him. But yes, besides the obvious, him to an extent, I see. Be one of those and everything. Have you noticed anything or seen anything untoward? Interesting.
She just kind of sighs and says, "No strange dreams. Marcel, your name is Marcel, right? I think you introduced yourself to me before. I think you did, Bigfoot. Didn't you say your name when you talked to her before?
Yeah, he said my name is Marcel.
Okay.
So yeah, he introduced himself.
Oh, Marcel, I haven't personally encountered any strange goings-ons around here yet. Other than the obvious, as you so clearly stated moments ago.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something else I can help you with?
He walks away.
Oh, thank God. You hear a whisper as you walk away. And right about that time, Kreslin, Okasis, and Corvus probably walk in. But before they walk in, Kreslin, Okasis, Corvus, who is me, I guess. I don't know why I'm saying your name like you're actually in the fucking chat with us. While you guys are walking down here into the common room, did you guys want to do anything while you were walking through the halls at all, or anything like that?
Probably no, probably not.
Okay.
Nothing
Nothing.
unusual.
All right. Yeah. Corvus.
What about you, Corvus?
Corvus probably keeps mostly to himself. He's got his hands kind of in his pockets as he walks through the hall with you guys. But for the most part, nothing. He doesn't say anything. All right, and then you guys walk into the common room, and you see.
So,
yeah,
okay.
go ahead. Nope, go ahead.
As Okasis walks in and probably just sees Marcel going from Morgan. He just looks at her and give her like a nod because they talked at the first dinner eating time, and probably the only one they had a normal conversation, so no bad stuff happened. So he's probably the only one just, I don't know, being friendly without talking much, just nodding.
Kind of inclines her head towards you.
That's everything. Just
Yeah.
wanted
Okay.
to do that.
Yeah. So
Do
you
I
guys.
notice that?
Yep. You notice the which part? The inclination of the head.
Yeah, between the two.
Yeah, you probably see it. I wouldn't even say you need to roll. She's not trying to hide it or anything.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
So yeah, Kreslin definitely notices the head. The head nods towards each other. We'll just call it that. I keep trying to say inclinations. Those the head nods. Okay. But yeah, you guys take stock of the room. Marcel has just walked away from Morgan. Ocasas nods head at Morgan. Morgan nods back, and you see Dalen and Desmond and the rest of the party all kind of around the room in different poses doing things. So what would you all like to do?
No,
We
we're just sitting down with them. Oh, sorry.
Reconvene, I guess.
Reconvene.
Yeah.
I'll see them as they come in. Will like all, I'll like wave Kagu, Marcel will like wave Kagu and Essie over to like as they like go to a different location in the room
Okay.
as they like
Oh,
enter.
yeah.
So I guess we meet back up. So yeah. Hey, how did the archive go?
Well, not really much, at least for me. I'm not sure what the others found.
Did some studying, did some research, but nothing really profound, I'd say.
Research.
Oh, just the bloodline stuff. Got me thinking.
Of course. Makes sense.
Can't expect to learn everything in one sitting, so
Yeah.
I'm sure there's gonna take time.
Makes sense. It makes sense. Makes sense.
What about you guys?
Oh, Kagu did some stuff with the claw mark.
Before Ezzy speaks, I get us all in a room in the dorm.
The dorm.
I just imagine.
Like I just like before he starts to open
Pushing
his
everyone.
mouth, and what happens is Marcel goes behind his like shell, and it's like, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, there's something I need to show you in the dormitory and everything. Let's maybe like
Why are you pushing me?
I'm not pushing you. I'm pushing Essie. I ain't got time. I ain't got time to waste. I gotta get this mouth out of.
I like to think you're pushing everybody because that's kind of funnier.
They're all in front of me. You're just pushing. Oh.
Be hilarious. But yeah, like so we're in a like slightly more secure area. Then Marcel will turn to him and be like, all right. Then he'll be like, sorry, nothing. Continue. Didn't mean to interrupt. I mean, I
Is
did.
there anybody in the dorm room?
The
common area had 3 people in it, right? Is the dorms empty still then?
It's spread out enough that even if there are people in here, you could talk without it being overheard.
Oh, have you heard that?
All right. I just finished about Kagu. Found out some interesting things about the claw marks, I believe.
Yes. So we figured out that these claw marks may or may not point us towards the Wraithhound. And we were ready to fight, but Marcel turned us back.
Yes, we
This-
can track it.
You guys found it?
No, we
No.
haven't found it, but
Oh.
I think we have a way to track it. If we want to go, kick its ass.
Okay, what happened?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. My brain just thought about it. It was like, okay. So Marcel translates what they're trying to say into Kagu was able to track down the remnants of energy, or like, this is me above table breaking it down. What Marcel said, or no, I'll just say it in character. Marcel's like, okay, so basically, Kagu using his ability was able to track down the remnants of energy from the being that is that might have been going through the school and that caused us to be assaulted in our dreams. The energy was on the walls, and the energy was getting stronger as it was going towards the withering woods. Withering woods. The energy is also on the scar on his chest, in which where he was assaulted within our shared dream, and it seems to grow brighter as he gets closer to the woods, implying that it is a sort of warning light, a sign, or to, or it's a, uh, it's a symbol put upon him to grant his location. So we're also granting their locations. It seems, at least that's from the context and the evidence we have at this time. That seems to be the most likely scenario, to my mind.
Uh,
And everything.
Kagu scratches his head and just says, Marcel, I think you just said what I said, but just took longer to say it.
So
Wait.
the claw marks are related to the scar which was given
Yeah.
to you by the dream, and it's leading you to the woods, and you want to go fight in the woods. Am I getting
Yes.
that correct?
You're right.
What makes you think that you, or let's say we, are even strong enough to kill it?
Well, have you seen Cresseland shoot fireballs?
That's one person out of us.
Have you seen me
Five.
swing a staff?
Yes, that's why I'm asking.
Well,
Have you seen me
y-
throw Kagu?
Yeah, see? Teamwork. My staff just doesn't work on Essie much,
Mm.
Oh,
but
okay.
works on everybody else.
So basically, he throws you
I
at the
staff
creature,
people.
and Kreslin just lights everything on fire.
Yeah. And
That's
In
no,
the forest.
no.
Marcel does his eye glowy thing. And then you do.
Guys,
Essie pulls out his journal and writes this idea that Phenom or Okasis just came up with for throwing Kagu during battle.
Is it Kreslin?
huh?
You had something to say?
Right. Personally speaking, I feel as if going to the woods to go hunt this. What did you call it? A wraithhound?
Wraithhound? Yes.
I think it is not a wise decision.
My thoughts are that it's already entering the school, and we haven't known where it was. It's attacking us at night in our dreams. Perhaps
Why?
it's good for us
Why
to.
would we go?
Well, who else is
Why
going?
not tell the professors?
Well,
Why are we
I
taking
try to
this into
tell
our
all kinds
own
of
hands?
people, and Marcel tells me not to tell anything.
Well,
He's always pushing me into rooms and telling me to be quiet.
oh,
Yeah,
Essie, I'm so
Marcel.
sorry.
Elaborate. Why are you treating Nessie this way? We've all seen it.
We're jumping topics. Like, ever.
Yes, you're right. We should go to the woods.
No,
Yeah, I agree.
no. I mean, I can't control what other people do, but I will not be going. I think
Okay.
we need to tell the professors.
Who votes on telling the professors? Or who votes on taking the fight to them?
Josh,
Yeah.
I think this would be a good time for me to use my power.
Oh, okay. Tell me what you want to do with
Just-
it.
God.
Well, to see if I can figure out if it would be a possible, well, likely, what would be the most likely outcome if we go out there and fight it in our current state? Just the 5 of us.
Roll,
maybe 6.
roll bloodline.
So are you revealing your bloodline now?
Well,
We don't know.
We'll see how it rolls, and then we'll give Phenom
Yeah,
the
dang.
opportunity to reveal how it works. All right, Phenom. What does it look like when you use your bloodline power?
well,
Is it something
going
only
to-
you see, or is it something other people see? That's my first question.
I mean, probably. Like he needs to close his eyes
Okay.
and concentrate, and maybe you can sort of see like different version of him, like shimmering and standing up, going in that direction, standing up, going in the other direction, just like multiple versions of him going out in different directions and then fading in the distance. And that's probably what you see.
All right.
Just
So
not like kind of ghostly, right? Not the full bodied
I get
person
you.
of him going, just like a vision basically.
yeah. So what your visions see is basically you see multiple outcomes at this point instead of like one. You know,
Makes
in one version you are successful. In another version, you're all killed. In another version, some are dead, some live. Like it is. It's.
Would
What would be the most likely? Is that what you're trying to determine here?
Yeah. Would it be more likely to be a bad outcome for us, as in at least one of us dies?
It's a fairly equal chance that any of these are possible at this current moment.
Okay.
There's no real balance either way. Like there's nothing in your favor, but there's nothing working against you currently. In most of the visions, however, Kagu's dead. So
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then after the visions fade and he opens his eyes again, he says, I do not recommend us to go there, at least right now, because it will most likely not end well for us as a group, or more for you, Kagu, as an individual.
Why do you say that? So far, it's
Well,
two votes versus one. I'm assuming Essie's on my side.
I just need you to trust me on that.
Okay.
So we're 2-2. Is
Uh,
Marcel the deciding vote?
yes.
So
No, Corvus is here too. So.
Oh yeah.
Corvus?
Sorry.
Corvus looks over you guys and says, "At the moment, I think I would recommend safety over anything rash until we can find a way to at least put us at the advantage." Right now, we've been on the defensive the entire time. We're fighting something we don't even really fully understand yet, and seems to be tracking Kagu in some way back. We need to find a way to give ourselves an advantage. Right now, it holds all the cards, so to speak. But I don't know. Leaving it for too long without doing anything is also quite dangerous, especially if it decides it wants to take Kagu at some point.
Wait, why me?
Well, isn't it attached to you or something? Isn't that what you were saying?
Yeah, but I mean, can I sacrifice somebody else? Like Cresseline?
What?
Huh? Sorry. I meant. I just stay quiet.
I mean, it would probably come for all of us since we're around you a lot anyway.
Cresseline scoots away from Kagu.
Alright. Okay.
Very far away.
Or so speaks up. Okay, now, and he addresses. Well, he starts off with like, okay, one. Actually, the reason why I've been saying that to you is only in specific situations, to be clear, where subtlety is necessary, and you seem that does not seem to be a particular strong suit of yours.
We
What?
have to be subtle when we look at the other students.
At times, yes. Maybe you didn't want them to know you were looking at them.
Essie slowly and suspiciously looks at everyone in the party. Listen,
So it was, your home was like really open, wasn't it?
the what?
Like
What'd you
it
say?
was like you like people just did what they said, didn't they? It was like he's very much looking at you like you came from a small town, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Typically, people did what they said they were going to do. We didn't really hide much from each other.
All right. Okay.
The most
That makes more
peaceful,
sense.
the most peaceful political family in the Onyx Coast, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
It's like that makes more. That makes sense. Yeah. So, like, I guess a quick crash course. So like none of anybody else's families are like that, nor are like their sort of like lives and things like that. Like most people kind of are looking at you in that similar type of way, or like kind of looking at others in a type of way. Not all, but like most. in our particular like social circles.
So we should be careful trusting the students here. Should
uh,
I not trust you guys?
I mean, I
I don't even know if we could trust what the
It-
Socast is saying.
my basic inclination is to be like, you can trust us as far as you wish to trust us with what you wish to trust us with.
What
We-
about Kreslin's idea to talk to the teachers?
Yes, I think that there's merit to that idea for sure, and I understand her concerns and everything. Of course, yes, we should let the teachers know the bit that we found. And see their response. But I would also say that, unfortunately, as he like turns to Kressler as he says this, fortunately, it's high there's not a chance that we will, regardless of us telling them, we might still have to deal with this problem ourselves.
But why?
Well, because one, it got past the school's defenses and got to us in the first place. Two,
So-
it seems to be targeting us in general, us as students, things like that. Three, you can choose to ignore it, but then you're opening the whole of, if it comes for you, you will not know that it's there. I'm not telling you to not. You can, cousin,
I
in
think
all
it is
honesty,
foolish for you to think that you can take it into your own hands when we've only been here for a week. Yes,
I
for
didn't
some
say
reason,
I could.
for some reason we have been banded together. Maybe it is personally targeting Kagu and we've just all been within reach. That's why we all got into the same dream. But that doesn't mean that we need to go into the woods ourselves and figure out what this is and fight it head first. Sorry.
Why am I being targeted?
I should move my
Because you
bed.
keep trying to go in above table. You keep trying to go in the woods and fight it.
No, but how's this all turned on me?
Maybe
he-
I'm not saying that it's personally targeting you, but it is targeting someone within our group. Why hasn't anyone else had a dream or anyone else talk about the dream?
Wait,
It is
we're all sorry. Well, why are we all like just? We kind of forgot about Kalen, right? Why was he targeted?
Also, we were not the only ones that had that dream.
No, but is anybody else experiencing these gray towns or other types of entities?
Marcelo looks still across and it's like, what? Have you heard from somebody else that they've had a dream? I did.
Well, okay. I thought I shared that information. Then I do it now, and I tell them that after we woke up, I projected myself into my companion, my familiar, and yeah, just basically went around the rooms and listened to people, and they all had a strange dream. Maybe not the same as we did, but something similar.
Okay. Makes more sense. Isn't it?
I wonder if anybody else has some type of scar or tracking thing, I guess you could say.
I don't know. Right now, I don't know who has what at this point. Listen, we have the weekend to think about this. Excellent. First of all, I want to be clear I'm not saying we go fucking assault this thing right now in the fucking forest in the first week of school. Like, because Marcel really feels like he's like, when the fuck did I say that? I'm saying prepare for the. I'm saying to prepare for the worst and to give ourselves the biggest advantages we can in this moment. We
So
don't have information. We don't know what we're going up against for real. We can get the teachers involved. We can get them going, but at the same time, they have already been more after the events on our orientation. I am without a doubt certain that our teachers are on high alert more than ever for more and more dangers. Yet and still, dangers have persisted and come for us, regardless of their intent. So I'm just saying to prepare.
I feel like the teachers are hiding something from us.
I mean, they could quite possibly be. We don't know anything at this
So we
point.
take matters into our own hands.
Not exactly.
Yeah, let's go tell headmistress now.
Can we do that?
I mean, if you think there's a viable option, we can. We can absolutely go to the headmistress and tell her a bit of what we've learned and found, and see what she's able to do and say. She might be able to grant us something or help us help solve the situation. I don't know. It's dependent. We won't know until we ask.
Well, should we do that tomorrow morning?
I mean, how late is it?
It was like right before
Mm.
curfew, so it's probably past curfew at this point in your dorms.
Well, if we wait until tomorrow, we probably need to prepare for another dream. At least that's a
Well, how do you
possibility.
How do we prepare ourselves?
I mean,
I have no idea.
I mean, we've been doing that for like the last 3 nights, so I think we kind of got that. No, preparing for the drink, because remember that shit happened like 3 days ago in universe. So like we've slept twice before since then. So like we've already been doing preparation and shit for that. So I don't think that's as much a worry at this point. It's like we're all ready. I think.
It's still not today. It could happen.
I don't think any of us have dropped vigilance. Be ready for these hands. Yeah, I don't know. So, you two want to go in the forest. Cause doesn't. Thinks that seems to be fairly certain that's a poor idea. Crescent is completely against it.
We could always bring teachers with us.
Listen, let's just.
I'm failing to see why we need to go.
We're being targeted here.
Okay.
On the
I'm gonna go.
on the thing
Clearly,
with
we're not. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
I was wanting to clarify something, so go ahead and finish first.
I'm gonna go. Clearly, we're not coming to any sort of conclusion or the same ground. I don't know. I'm gonna head off. It's been a long day, and this is just making me not feel good. So, have a good night. See you in the morning. I'm gonna head off.
Well, good night.
Sleep well.
Right. The thing I wanted to try to clarify last time when we looked at the claws, whatever Kagu found out, was the thing of it tracking him. Was that one of the things he found out, or is that just something that like
it it is something you could it's like I said, I think Marcel said it, like through the context you could tell that it's like that's tracking capability because it glows brighter the closer he gets to the woods.
And that's the way
Sure,
that the
using
mark-
his bloodline power, however that works, right?
Yeah, like when he was using it, the like mark was getting brighter as he was getting closer to the woods.
Sure.
So you could
So how
take
does that
that in context
equal
to
out
be like
to
because you could take that to if he's a candle in the school, in the fucking forest he's a wildfire that nobody could fucking miss.
well, not if it's only being used during his bloodline, right?
But no, that's the
Like
thing is that if
we
he's seeing
didn't
the
see it glow, right?
yeah, we didn't see it, but if he's seeing the energy just around in general, then it's some, especially for an entity. In the context of Marcel's mind, this is how he's viewing it.
Gotcha. Okay.
We're
so it's
going
something-
after spiritual.
something Marcel
ent-
made up.
Yeah, okay, so
Okay. That's how I
we're
want to
going
make
after
sure.
a creature that is literally from a necromantic state of undead spiritual shit. Is the knowledge we have. So, if spiritual energy is being left around, probably the undead people can track the fucking spiritual energy.
Wouldn't that just mean the spiritual energy creature, you just can't see shit because it's just really bright around him all the time?
Sure. Sure.
flashbang.
Yeah, he's like, ah.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I need tracking for. Is because when I see you coming a mile away, when you get close, I can't just turn it the fuck off.
I don't know. It's a thing you made up.
Oh,
So
no,
maybe
we
you can.
don't-
I have no idea. That's why I was
we
asking
don't know.
for clarification.
We don't know. And like
There's been a lot of assumptions.
Yeah,
like
it sounds
he's
like
making
a,
he's
like, I
making
don't know.
up
So
he's
he
making
scratched,
assumptions.
he scratched some columns, and now he can track those columns. Like I'm like, why did that work? That doesn't make any sense. So it feels like just as the thing is there, it gets brighter from his bloodline. So I don't know if it's a tracking thing. That's what I wanted to clarify. Is like,
Wait,
think-
now
is this-
that now
is
that
this
you're
just something
saying
from his
that,
bloodline?
is this
It
just
got
something that
brighter as he got
Marcel made up
closer.
that to
No.
SE makes no sense? Or is
What?
this something that was determined through like the bloodline power that like Kagu had, that like he was given this information?
Now that you're saying that, that never crossed my mind.
What do you-
That's
what do you mean?
crazy.
Like the description was, it's dimmer the farther
Yeah.
into the school it gets. The closer you get to the woods, the brighter and brighter it gets.
Yeah, so we can use
Yeah,
it to
but-
track with his bloodline power. It doesn't
So
mean
why
that he
wouldn't
can,
that
it doesn't
work?
mean
Why
that
wouldn't
the
that work for
hound,
the creature that gave?
because
It
everything
does.
it touches glows
Yeah,
super
be-
bright. Like what? I
Yeah.
don't understand how that's a related. I don't know how you get there.
I get what you're
Okay.
saying. That's crazy. I never even thought of that. Marcel just put some
Okay.
shit in my head.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Okay.
how. I don't think there's a tracking mechanism there. That's what I was like, as it kept being said, I'm like, is there one? So that's why I wanted to clarify. All
don't-
right.
I mean, for Kagu, it might be like a tracking thing, but for the beast or the Wraithhound, it might not be.
And also, I don't understand why y'all think it's the Wraith Hound specifically in this context.
Because it was it not? Was it?
No,
was
we
that
have
not
no
what we
idea
came
what
down
it
to?
was.
We didn't.
Like
judge?
it's just a creature. Y'all saw claw marks. That's all you know.
No, but I
we're-
thought we determined it was the Greyhound.
No. We're
Greyhound
under
too.
the assumption. We don't know.
Oh.
Well, yeah, we found stuff in the book about the hound and
Yeah,
different things about
We
the
have no
woods and stuff
evidence.
like that.
We have no concrete evidence. We have no clear anything on
I
anything.
think that's a better assumption than it can track Kagu with big glowy light.
I agree.
Whatever.
But, okay, that's all. I'm good. I just want to make sure of that.
You just opened that all up for me. I would that even crossed my mind at all. That's crazy.
But maybe it can. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean we don't know. I guess.
All right. Anyway, back into things. Good night, Kreslin.
Did she,
Oh,
I'm
seem
gone.
a little, did she seem a little frustrated to you guys?
Oh,
Corvus says.
absolutely. She completely disagrees with us on every point we said. But that's neither here nor
Yeah.
there.
I think she just likes reading
well-
books. To be honest,
Not we.
I feel like.
I like books.
I
You don't like
wasn't
books?
including you. Okay.
I mean, if it's no, actually no, I don't.
That's very sad for you, Kagu. I'm sorry.
Would you like to say that to my face?
He did.
I think he
Would you
did
like
say
to
it.
come down to my level?
Would like to say that down here.
Would you like to say that down here, Corvus?
Wait.
I mean, no offense.
that she's
You're just
sad,
you're
so
missing out on so many things. I love books.
Can I? Now that I'm away, like I left the room and
Mhm.
like I closed the door and whatnot. Can I cast thaumaturgy?
Sure. What do you want to
I'm
do?
going
with it?
to. I want to create an ominous whisper
Oh, okay.
because she's just
Where?
so ticked right now. she's gonna create an ominous whisper, and then the point of origin is gonna be like right where she last saw Kagu,
Oh no. Why me?
and it's just gonna whisper his name in like an eerie voice.
Can everybody hear that? Everybody hears that, right?
Hear what?
I would
Oh,
say
yeah.
yes, but like maybe Kagu hears it clearer than the rest.
Oh.
So I could hear my name, but they just hear like a whisper.
So we
Mhm.
all hear the.
We hear like
Yeah.
Kagu hears
Oh,
Kagu.
Corvus immediately draws his sword.
I
So
do
what
too.
was that?
I like pull my quarterstaff and
Also,
my eyes start glowing white, so I could like read the room like with my ability. That was
Could
just my
I-
straight instinct.
Could I roll like a check to see if I noticed the spell, like what it is?
Roll Arcana.
and I as well.
Bigfoot. Well, I was gonna ask you for a perception check, Bigfoot, for a different reason.
Oh, okay.
18.
You said perception.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, can
How
I?
qu-
Can
How in the moment is this? Like, is this like blink and you miss it? I'm trying to decide to guide myself or not.
No, it's not a blink and you miss it.
Okay.
would my bloodline power tell me what it was?
No, not at this stage. It wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm just standing there ready for battle.
Oh God, myself. Nah.
You should just.
Nah, I don't see whatever that was.
Okay.
And everything. Like, yeah, can I do the Arcana?
You can do the
Whatever.
Arcana.
Okay. All right.
Ocassus, you realize the nature of the spell and what it is with your 18.
And
Let's just
I'll
see if
probably-
Marcel also notices it really quick.
I probably won't act
Uh,
or react.
Oh my god, Jesus!
I
Okay,
know
19.
what's happening.
And
I whispered at
I also know.
Paula's house, but she got scared.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
Like,
we
either there's either it's that or she's so surprised that Bigfoot rolled well.
I thought that maybe the sound of Bigfoot's dice rolling got her for a minute, and then I realized, oh wait, it's a redacted, isn't it, or something like that.
It's hard.
It was a
feel like
redact.
give that
Some type of
response.
critter.
Yeah, we don't. They don't exist in our game for the most part. Marcel, you realize what it is though, with your Arcana check as well.
Yeah, so he immediately is like Corvus and Kagu like start doing all this. He's like, he's like, stone your blade. It's put down. It's not. It's fine. It's. I guess if it's
Corvus immediately
prank.
calms down and puts his sword away.
He's like, it's a prank. It's just a.
Well, that seems like a mean-spirited prank, especially
It's a
when we're
prank.
on edge. Well, I guess whoever did it probably didn't realize we were on edge, though.
Do you tell us who did it?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Perhaps you're right, Marcel. Perhaps we can't trust everyone.
Actually, I don't. I think Marcel would realize what the spell was. I don't think he might not necessarily know who did it.
Can I do like an intelligence? Because this is like context-wise, it only makes sense that it was her.
I mean, you could infer that if you want to make a straight up roll to determine if you 100%
Yeah, that's why I just
know.
want to do a straight intelligence roll. Like, no addeds, no nothing, just straight intelligence to see if he can get this. Like, I want nothing to it and everything.
2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds here.
All right, cool.
Sorry.
Because, and I only say this just
Okay.
because.
Sorry, I was in whispers. That's why I was.
No, I got you.
My brain was going in
yeah.
2 different directions.
No, yeah, I got you. No, yeah, I only say this in the context of it. Not many people are in the room at this moment, and he has and knows this spell, so he knows like the rough amount of space for it. So, it's like,
roll roll a straight intelligence check, and I'll give you advantage on it because you could put 2 and 2 together fairly easily.
okay.
Nice.
22.
All right, you know exactly where it came from, who and why. Well, not why, but who.
Not why, but I know who. Cool. Yeah, you don't say that.
Essie's like suspiciously like looking around the room, like trying to see who else was around.
Everything, yeah. I'll like be like, oh yeah. Listen, we've all had a long day. We've learned a lot, we've done a lot searching. We all have various thoughts on what to do, but in all honesty, we should probably sleep on it. Come back with rested minds. Rested minds in the morning and think more on what we want to do, who we want to, any of the professors or the headmistress that we want to visit and grant us information to. We need to, consult with President later, and it's been a long day, and I think he's just like silently like, we need some rest. You know, at least I do. And everything. So I think for tonight, we bathe and get some sleep, and let's come back to this tomorrow. If that's all good with you.
Essie nods and he puts a hand on Kagu's shoulder and says, "Hope you live till tomorrow." And then he walks to bed. And for the first time since we've been here, he closes the curtains around his bed while looking around, and his head just pops into the curtains.
Watching the turtle go into their shell metaphorically is hilarious. I don't know why.
All right. Corvus says, "Yeah, let's get some sleep." And he walks over to his bed, and he also draws his curtains closed.
Am I able to do the meditation bloodline thingy before
Yeah,
bed?
you can. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can absolutely do like you focus on your inner power and strength. Go ahead and roll a wisdom roll. SE.
Like ability check.
Just straight the ability check. Yeah.
Rolled 18, got 20 total.
Got you. Yeah, you feel like this calming peace come over you. Let me open up my notes from the class, actually. Google Docs.
Who's all still standing there before? No. Preston's
Corvus
gone.
and Essie left, so there's
Corbin,
Marcelo,
it's
Costas,
us.
and
It's us there.
Kagu, I think.
You feel a warm, a faint warmth and tingling sensation, Essie.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, so Marcelo, he'll go to the bathhouse or whatever. Like whatever, where like our bathing situation is. I don't know exactly what it's like and shit, but
In here in the main barracks, it would probably be like more like a bowl and water. That's like a wash off area. There would probably be a like a full on bathing area, but attached in here would probably not be.
all right, I'll go out to the full on like bathing area
I got you. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything. And as he's like, anybody else want? Needs to clean up for you to join. And yeah, he'll go.
All right. give me 2 seconds. I've got so many whispers going on right now.
Who's doing what right now?
I've got a lot of whispers going on.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, Essie's meditating.
And what was Marcelo doing?
Oh, I'm just going to take I'm cleaning up. I'm going to take a bath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed.
No. We chilling.
Mokassis, what are you doing right now?
Probably since everybody's just leaving, waiting until Kagu also gets up. Like I would probably walk with them together back to the rooms, unless he decides to go somewhere else.
I just stand there. I was gonna meditate a little bit, just where we were. I'm assuming we're like kind of right out of our rooms, right? Like our beds or whatever.
I thought you guys were actually in the dorm rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember. Are the dorm rooms like are we all like separate from each other, or is there like it's just a giant room with like beds?
The feminine and masculine are separated, but you guys are in a big room with individual beds, and then they each have curtains for privacy that you can close and open.
Okay. Well, I just meditate where I'm at.
Okay. Gotcha.
Since I don't know where this whisper came from, that said my name. I kind of just get a little more defensive.
He's probably waiting until he finished meditating and then leave with him.
Okay.
So eventually everybody goes to bed, I'm assuming. That seems to be what we're kind of moving towards here.
Yeah, I do. He does meditate on his power as well.
Yeah. If
after-
anybody wants to meditate on their power, just roll a wisdom in chat for me.
All right, raw wisdom, right?
Yeah, raw wisdom. No particular skill, just raw wisdom.
All right, cool.
Oh, mine's
21.
on the wrong thing.
All right.
I can
I didn't
see it
realize
though,
my-
Juan. I can see it.
All right. I will
I
guide
can
myself.
really feel it.
I rolled mine on a self. I didn't mean to.
Oh, it was bad.
All right. Kagu. Kagu, SC, Okasis. You all feel the warmth of the power of your bloodline inside of you. Marcel and Kreslin, you do not. You feel it there, but aren't really able to get a good connection with it, and it just kind of leaves you maybe a little frustrated as you kind of aren't able to connect with it fully.
Wait.
Okasas, as you climb into your bed, you see a shadowy figure out of the corner of your eye.
Like where? Like near the door or
Right next to your bed.
right next to my bed?
Yeah.
Does my dog notice it too?
It looks at it.
I don't know what I see. I just look at it.
You're well versed in magic at this point that you can determine that this is a minor illusion.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I still just look at it and see what it does.
It just stands there looking at you.
Give me a second. I'll probably tell the dog to go right next to it and bark, just like once. See what it does.
It moves. Your dog moves next to it, barks, and it still stands there just looking at you.
Huh.
And if you wait a minute, it eventually just dissipates.
Yeah, because I mean, if I know it's an illusion, I'm pretty sure they cannot hurt me.
Yeah.
That I know of.
You're
So
pretty
I-
sure
I
it's an
wouldn't be-
illusion.
I wouldn't be afraid. So I'm just curious what it does.
And it was just standing there looking at you.
Okay.
You give it like no reaction, pretty much.
Once it's gone, well, maybe not once it's gone, a little bit before. After I see that it's not reacting to anything, I just want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Just maybe to get an idea where it comes from.
X magic. You can sense magic within 30 feet of you. Let's see. You can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or objects in the area that bears magic. You learn at School of Magic, if any. So would that mean that you detect any of your magic using party members as well? Like just on the regular, even without them using magic, or do you have to specifically be using magic to detect magic?
I feel like the standard one, because it's a concentration. I feel like it would only show something that is not obvious.
Not obvious.
Like because I want to look for the origin, so maybe something in that direction. Not suddenly I noticed that, I don't know, somebody. I mean, we have no. Well, we have Marcel here that can cast, I think. I just want to say that. I don't know. Just
It's detect magic is such a weird spell, to be honest with you. In obvious, when it's an obvious thing, it's a little easier. Here in this case, where it's very subtle, it's hard.
I mean, I could maybe roll to see if I.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, and I'll give you an advantage on. Would we do Arcana? Let's do Arcana with advantage, and if you do roll well, I will give you where it's coming from.
No.
You have no idea where it's coming from.
All right. Yeah, then that's it.
But you do detect your party members as magic users, obviously as well. And even Corvus has a little bit of juice in him.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Kagu as well.
Yeah, Kagu as well.
Okay. I mean, is it? Well, okay, it's fine.
All right. Eventually, everybody goes to sleep. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that long rest button.
Also,
just in case you used anything during the day. I don't think you guys have used anything, but you can hit it and reset everything for sure.
I just used detect magic, but I guess that
yeah.
cancel it out.
What were you gonna say, Bigfoot?
Oh no, I was just gonna ask if Marcel saw like that, like minor illusion just standing over Ocasis's fucking bed, because it's like, because he went out, took a bath and then came back in and shit. So I'm just like, did he enter the room and see something malevolently standing over?
I don't think Marcel saw it. I really don't in this case. I think it was something that happened fairly quick.
Oh yeah,
I think you were in the bath when it happened. I think. Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right, yeah. So eventually, you guys go to sleep. There are no dreams this evening, at least none that you can really remember. And you all wake up the next day feeling refreshed, rested, and ready to enjoy your free time.
We do anything.
It's up to you and whatever you want to do. You have free time.
Can I
think of this as like a Saturday, right? You just finished up your Friday evening and it's Saturday, and you have another day tomorrow, which would be like a Sunday where you could do whatever you want.
Okay. So Kagu just being a little on the not scared but defensive, not knowing where these whispers came from. I go because he's assuming that it's all part of the dream that we had.
I told you it was a spell. It was a cantrip. I told everybody it was just like a prank somebody did.
Did you?
Yes.
I think he did, yeah.
Oh, I thought you just told us to put our weapons down.
No, I told you to put them down. It's a prank somebody's doing. This isn't even like a spell. He was like, this is like a light thing.
Well, anyways, I go to the training room and start punching shit.
You went out to the yard?
Yeah,
the training area. Okay.
Yeah, the training area.
Yeah, so you're training with like some of the wooden dummies out there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how good of a workout you get in. Give me an athletics check.
Athletics. Oh my god, I'm slacking.
It is
Five.
not a good workout, man. So he rolled a 5 total, and your mind is just wandering, and you feel like this tugging on your like chest area, and like you just miss every once, like you don't land a single blow whenever you try to use the staff. Like it is just a terrible workout for you, Kagu.
I gotta. Well, I just kind of just kneel there, kind of sort of in like a defeated type of like feeling,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I'm just sitting there thinking to myself for a while.
All right. What's everybody else doing when you wake up in the morning? Kagu's gone out to exercise. What's everybody else doing?
I don't remember the exercise.
What'd you say, Bigfoot?
No, I'm just thinking aloud. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, Essie?
When Essie wakes up, first thing he does is he sticks his head out through his curtains, and he looks around, trying to see if he sees anyone awake and what
Give me
people are doing.
Give me a perception check.
16 for a 20.
You see Corvus getting up out of bed, and he is getting dressed into his clothing, strapping on his sword. And you see him kind of take out this. Let me get the notes that I wrote for this. You see him take out what looks to be a well-worn, leather-bound book that has these silver clasps on it. It appears to be a dark burgundy type color book, and he kind of sits on the side of the bed, and he starts scribbling in it a little bit with his quill as he kind of writes something down.
All right. Is that the only movement I see in the room? Is everyone else still kind of asleep or already gone?
Yeah, they're either asleep, already gone. Nobody's really nobody really hangs out in here.
Inside.
Yeah. You probably hear some snoring going on around the room as people some people are sleeping in, obviously on a day off.
All right. I open up my curtains, and I'll start to head out. Is Corvus on my way out?
I would say he's probably on the way out. Yeah.
He's near where we sleep, right?
Yeah, roughly. I think he's like across. I would say like. So think of it like this: on the left side, there's a bunch of beds running down, and on the right side, there's a bunch of beds running down. Probably most of the party is on the left side. Corvus is on the right side near you guys. Like he's like across from you.
Okay. As I walk out, I'll just look at him, and I'll say to Corvus, "Did you sleep well?"
He looks up at you and says, "As well as can be expected." And he puts his quill down and shuts his book. Or he blows on it firstly, but to kind of dry the ink, and then shuts it. How about you? Did you sleep well, Izzy?
Yeah, I slept fine.
That's good.
I see Kagu's missing. Have you seen Kagu?
No, I haven't. Maybe we should go look for him, though.
Essie nods and heads out.
He joins you.
And I'll start looking around, trying to figure out where Kagu may have went.
All right.
Perhaps, let me. I'll start heading towards like the training grounds, under the assumption that Kagu, who likes to fight, would perhaps be there.
It's a good pick. As you and Corvus make your way out into the training grounds, you see Kagu. Kagu, are you still taking a knee when they arrive and see you out there?
I'd still be like down there.
Yeah. You see Kagu. He's kind of got this dejected look on his face as he's kind of kneeling near a wooden dummy that he was probably doing his morning exercise with.
Kagu,
There he is.
Kagu, are you
like-
okay?
Did you yell this like from afar?
Yeah, perhaps when I'm further away, seeing you like kneeling down out in the training area as I get closer. Maybe not like big yelling, but like speaking loudly as I get closer.
I'm gonna roll just to see if I hear you or not. What would it
Okay.
be like?
Perception. Yeah, it'd be a perception roll.
Well, I just sit there.
And he rolled an 8. You definitely did not hear Essie, even though Essie's like yelling.
I'm just sitting there, kind of just like on my knees. My staff is like kind of like a little bit above my knees. If that makes any sense? Like just on the ground.
Oh, I know
I'm just-
exactly what
I'm
stance
just,
you're in.
I'm just like staring at my hand, kind of like, just questioning my abilities.
All right. We get closer.
Yeah.
Get up to, I don't know, perhaps I can tap you on the shoulder as I've been saying your name as we get closer and closer and you haven't responded.
Okay. If
So
you tap me on my
Kagu.
shoulder,
Yeah.
so I kind of react defensively. I get up real fast, grab my staff. I don't swing it, but I kind of do like a quick movement. I'm like, oh, it's just you. Yeah, Essie, what's going on?
We woke up and you weren't in your bed and I wasn't sure what had happened. I thought perhaps something got you.
We just wanted to make sure you were okay.
No, I'm fine. I'm just trying to
And
get
then
some
I
training
saw
in.
you from a distance here knelt weeping.
No, I was not weeping. I was just, just a little down. Trying to train here, but I'm just not feeling it. I feel like this scar may, I don't know. I don't know if it's infected or what's going on. It's just, I feel off a little bit.
Would you want me to take a look?
Sure.
Can I do like a medicine check on his chest
Yeah, go ahead.
to see if it looks problematic or anything? 16 for an 18.
Okay.
I'm assuming your rolls are hidden still.
Oh, are they? Dang.
They are, but it's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, Aaron's not gonna lie about that. Or any role, I don't think, because this is a game where we're telling stories together. It looks to be the completely normal scar to you, Essie. Doesn't look inflamed or anything like that. It just looks completely normal.
It looks like a scar. I'm not even sure if it's really healing anymore. It looks fine.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Which is odd considering it's only been a few days.
Well, I just I guess I'm not feeling up to the training right now.
Perhaps breakfast?
I could use some food.
Corvus?
Corvus kind of seems to be a little distracted, and he says, sorry, what?
Breakfast? Are you hungry?
I could eat.
Can I roll to see if I noticed that he wasn't really like he was kind of off in his little world there?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check. I guess it'd be insight.
13?
He on the surface it was just like a momentary you ever have one of those moments where you just kind of zone out for a second? It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like he just had one of those moments. Like he was listening. It's just his mind kind of wandered for a moment.
Okay. So I noticed it then.
You do notice it, yes.
Okay. Can I just be like, you got something on your mind, Corvus? Just wondering.
Says, no, just just momentarily distracted. I wasn't I wasn't
Okay.
thinking about anything particular. It just,
So
Kinda s-
would you like some food?
Yeah, let's go get something to eat, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sounds good.
Do you know where the food is at?
Are you asking Essie or Corvus?
That's Nessie.
This way.
I'm gonna roll too.
I rolled a 1 for a 4.
Well, I believe in you. Hey, thank you.
No, Essie, I think it's over this way. This way over here. It says cafeteria.
He gives you some suspicious eyes and then says, okay.
The way I picture this happening is Essie's like this way and starts walking toward the Whispering Woods, and Kagu's like, wait, it's not that way, it's this way. That's kind of how I picture it.
So we head towards cafeteria.
Corvus looks over at you, Essie, and says, Essie, I can give you a good tip. You should just follow your nose. I can smell it already over here. Well, but I don't smell the sweat and the blood and everything else out here on the training ground.
All I can smell is Kagu.
Oh, God. Wait. Do I smell bad?
You probably smell sweaty if you worked out.
Oh, no.
Roll for stink. No, I'm kidding. You probably do have a little smell to you, though. But I feel like it's probably a smell that most people would experience, as some people, you guys train often, so it's not
I'm
that
assuming I
unusual.
smell like dust and stuff too.
Yeah.
It's not like.
All right.
We look at the-
You start making your way to the feeding hall. All right, Ocassus and Marcel and Kreslin. Who wakes up next while they make their way? All right,
I would go.
Ocassus wakes up.
If I can, if I may.
You may wake up. You are awake now.
Since it's a day off, and Ocassus likes to play whatever the equivalent of chess is in this world.
Mm-hmm.
He looks around because he would assume that somewhere there's like a room where you can either play some board games or whatever exists, and also like chess or something similar.
Yeah, sure. Let me get a name for you of what you're gonna play. But yes, there's definitely actually it'd probably kind of be in that strategy-ish room. There's probably in there would probably be a lot of those types of games, and the game is called the Crown of Stars. The concept of which is kind of like chess. It's a strategic board game. Simulates like magical warfare and political maneuvering, right? Uh, uh, and kind of like all the pieces are kind of similar to chess. There's the sovereign, which is like a king, the high mage, which is like a queen, the twin dragons, which would be like the bishops, things of that nature. So, and they probably, you know, I can build this out even more later, Phenom, if you want.
All right.
But,
All right.
That's what you get. That's what you play. You play
All right. He
Stellar
will probably
Crown,
wait
or sorry,
until,
Crown of Stars.
I mean, if there's somebody there, he will probably play with them. Otherwise, he will wait a little bit until maybe somebody shows up.
I got
And
you.
basically, the idea is because it kind of, in my brain at least, it kind of connects to the bloodline power, as in predicting maybe moves. Maybe that gives him the edge. And that's maybe why he likes the game.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just sort of a little bit of training.
It would definitely
only
also have an automated
skill.
mode as
Oh,
well.
okay.
Because you could play
Well,
against like a. I mean, it's probably fairly predictable at this point. You've probably played it enough that you probably wouldn't even need your bloodline power really to be able to determine outcomes.
I mean, depends. If it's like stockfish in real life, then he probably really needs it.
I see.
But
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a way to train it, basically.
Yes.
like-
Yes. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. So you are playing that, and eventually, let's see who walks in. Phenom, roll a d20 for me, and let's see who walks in. Just flat d20.
No, that's a D12. Oh, sorry. This one. 17.
17. Somebody pretty smart walks in. Let's see who it would be. Do, 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 do. 7. Let's see who it is. As you're sitting there playing, you hear a voice say, would you like an opponent? It is a feminine voice as you turn to see Chief Alchemist Master Theophania Zyre has walked into the room.
Oh boy.
Is there a picture for her, or have we not seen this person?
He's right
we
there.
go.
Sorry, I was getting it ready right as I said that.
Wasn't she
Oh,
the
okay.
one we had the class?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You've definitely seen her before. You've only had I think you've only seen the photo of her like one time. But that's her.
Yeah, then he would turn to her and say, of course. It's always better to play a real opponent than whatever this is.
He takes a seat across from you. And you begin to play. So, a Phenom. We'll make this let's make it a skill challenge.
I do have a chess set skill.
Yeah. And I'm curious if are you gonna use your bloodline power for this?
Yeah, since I want to train it, I would use
Okay. All right. So, she makes the opening move. Phenom, you need to make. Let's see here. You need to make Or you caught me off guard with this game, so I'm trying to think of
That's fine.
how difficult I want to make it either as well. So
I mean,
Um,
it's a teacher, so
you
I do
need
not expect to win this easily, if
all
at
right.
all.
So you need 4 successes before 3 failures.
All right.
To succeed on this skill challenge. So she doesn't roll at all. It's just you doing all the rolls.
All right.
What is your opening move, and what skill would you like to do with it? You can use anything you can think of as skill, like to give an insight, like an insight check, for example, would be like you could read an opponent's tell or intention, right? Or you could do like a deception check for like a bluff, or a history check to like recall previous strategies, or something like that. And then each of those would probably have a DC associated with it. And if you're going to use your bloodline powers, roll knowledge bloodline. Actually, I wouldn't even say you would need to roll knowledge bloodline. Well, you would have to roll bloodline to see if you are able to use it in a way that is quite useful, and then that would give you advantage on your skill roll.
All right.
So, what would you like to begin with?
First, I want to use history to just take an opening that is known to me, that I am familiar with, and probably pretty solid.
All right.
Because the equivalent in chess is also the same. Like the first few moves, if you know what you're doing, then
Yeah.
it brings you to a good position. Unless you do this.
Ooh, 1 failure. Let me mark that down.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna use this. Is it an ability check?
I have to see
Saving
what it
throw?
actually does. Sorry. Let me look here. Do, 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 do. Yeah, you can use this. You can use it to redo the
All right.
check. Why
And
not?
I'll just, if this fails, it is what it is.
So what it is you start to make a move, realize that's the wrong move, and make an adjustment. That's what how I would roleplay
19.
it. 1 success.
Do I get any? I don't know. Anything from her, as in what she did? Like,
Sorry, I was writing down. She does have a
No, it's fine.
response. She says, thought you were going to go for the Queen's Sword there. Very smart to open with the King's Gambit instead. And she makes a move.
Then, since it's still the beginning, I would continue with the history check, as it's not too.
So
far
with skill
progressed.
challenges, Phenom, you can only use the skill 1 time.
Okay, then I'll switch to.
I believe is how skill challenges work. That's how I'm going to rule it in the moment, and I'll look it up after.
Then I'll choose perception to maybe spot some kind of weakness and try to attack on that side.
Absolutely.
12.
Yes, unfortunately, you do not. You make a move, thinking that you can move into a spot that is advantageous to you. However, you have stepped into Theophanius' trap and lose a piece. You have suffered 1 failure.
All right.
You have 2 failures remaining.
Then I'll go for investigation and the next one to try to find a way out of it. Like to
Yes. So you're going to analyze the current board
yeah,
and try to
just think
calculate
about it a
possible
little bit
move
longer.
combinations. Yeah, absolutely. You can do that.
Well, 13.
A 13 is a success.
Oh,
As you
okay.
kind of so each of the skill challenges has a different difficulty. Each of the skills has a different difficulty, I should say. So you are able to analyze the board, notice your mistake, and calculate a possible move here as you make a different move than you would otherwise. As you catch Theophania off guard for just a moment and take one of her pieces. The Wizard Knight, is that what I had it named as? Let me see what I have the pieces here as the Spirit Knight. You take one of her Spirit Knights out of the equation. You need 2 more successes.
Or how many failures?
2 more failures or
Okay,
2 failures, 2 twos. Yeah.
So 2, 1, then yeah.
Oh, I should also say in skill challenges, a natural 20 counts as 2 successes and also gives you an advantage on your next check. And as you kind of gain momentum, and a natural 1 counts as 2 failures as you make a serious tactical blunder. Sorry, I didn't
Alright.
say that to begin
No,
with.
it's fine. Then I'll, if that's a possibility, just do a normal chess set skill to just, in combination with the bloodline power, maybe, to figure out what to do next.
So roll bloodline.
Bloodline. Ooh, that's a good.
Your bloodline.
4.
Your bloodline doesn't give you a discernible. The pieces are moving in too many. There are too many combinations
just
in this particular
overwhelmed.
moment. Yeah.
Overwhelmed.
So you don't gain a disadvantage, but neither do you gain an advantage.
Alright, so just normal roll then. Ew. It's a 12? Yeah, 12
A
again.
12. A 12. I would say a 12 in this particular situation is probably a success. Because you do have a you are using your chess knowledge. Well, it's named chess knowledge, but it's the name of the game knowledge. To recall some previous moves as you kind of make some final stratagems as you are currently ahead right now in the lead. Theophania says, it seems you have me on the defensive. You need 1 more success or 2 more failures. And you've used history, you've used perception,
Yeah, I'm looking
you've
at
used
all the-
investigation.
but
There's
I have one, but I have one, but I want to keep that one
Mm-hmm.
for the next failure. I mean, that's a wide stretch maybe, but since this has an automatic thing built in it, and I've trained against that one, maybe Arcana is some kind of, I don't know, like it moves magically, so...
So there's a few ways you could use Arcana here. Would you like me to give you some examples as well?
Yes.
So, for example, one of the things with the game is like different areas on the board gives different magical bonuses, right? So, in theory, you could use Arcana to realize that if I move a piece here, it'll get this magical bonus and give me an advantage. So you could do that as well if you would like.
Yes, then I'll do that.
Give me an Arcana check.
Not good. 9.
A 9. That's a failure. You move over into the magical piece of the board. And Theophania says, I see you falling for my trap. As she swoops in with the most basic of pieces, the apprentice, and takes one of your wardstone tower pieces. You need 1 success or 1 failure.
Okay, he says like, wow, I've not seen this move yet. And since this is a very bad situation he's in, I would like to roll survival. As
Survival? Yes. You
some kind of attempt to somehow find a way out of this endgame.
Absolutely.
I feel like using bloodline it's enough to do it once, right? Not like twice.
Correct.
Inside one, yeah. Okay, just normal. Ooh, 23.
You make a desperate move here, as you kind of sacrifice a pawn here or a wardstone here to move a piece into the proper alignment. As you take her piece, the sovereign, away, and she says, "The Phoenix Gambit. Well done, Ocassus. I haven't seen that move in quite a while."
Well played. That was a lot more intense than playing against the chessboard itself, or the board itself. So thank you. I learned a lot.
Tell me, were you planning on doing the Phoenix Gambit from the beginning, or did it just happen to coincide with the pieces I was taking from you?
No, since I have not encountered this trap of yours, I was kind of in a survival instinct situation, so I just put everything on one card and tried it.
Brilliantly done, sir.
Thank you.
You get the sense that you've earned some of her respect. That maybe you didn't have it. You didn't. It's not like she didn't respect you before, but she definitely like gives you a like, well done, like. So the idea of the Phoenix Gambit, my idea of it, Phenom, just since we might as well build this out a little bit while we're talking about it, and I got some ideas flowing. Is like, the idea, like the idea of it is sacrifice to rise again, right? So what happened is you probably sacrificed three pieces to force an advantage in this ring on the board, and you have to. So there's elemental sectors, which we kind of talked about on the board, right? It's kind of my idea of it, and you precisely kind of positioned your pieces, even without accidentally, even if it was by accident. Like you've heard of this before from a character named Ash Fireweaver, who is a renowned player of Crown of Stars. And that this particular gambit is considered one of the most beautiful moves in the game, but also one of the most difficult to take off, to pull off correctly. So there.
All right, that was fun.
Not bad for something completely improv.
Yep. Also, it took some time, so sorry. I didn't want to take like half an hour or whatever.
You're good. That was fun. I think it adds a lot to the game. She looks at you, Ocassus, and says, "Care to go again?" And then we cut as she challenges you once more.
All right, okay. But after the whole thing is done, like he feels exhausted, like from the mental skill and work that has to be done to play somebody like her.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
That's it.
All right. Kreslin and Marcel, who wants to wake up next?
I will.
Breslin, you awaken.
Go on.
Oh no, sorry.
Oh, Kreslin wakes up. She goes about her routine. She goes to bathe, and then she comes back out. She grabs her satchel where it has the book that she checked out from the archives, and like her assignments and everything. And then she's gonna venture out to the cafeteria, grab whatever there is for breakfast. And while she is eating, she will just like look over her notes. That way she can prepare herself to work on that week's homework and whatnot. That way she has enough free time in the rest of the day for her leisure, her research, everything.
Yeah. So you dedicate some time to checking over your notes, maybe making some new notes, things of that nature, and you kind of keep it all fresh in your mind without any difficulty at all. So.
She now, since it's the weekend, she takes her time and like actually like enjoying her breakfast. You know, she makes her tea the way she always does back at home, just a splash of milk, no sugar. Like, you know, it's just like the relaxing parts of like the weekend where it's like, oh, okay, she's there's no time crunch, so it's like she could go about however she wants the day to go by. After breakfast, she'll go to the library. I mean, the archives.
Okay, you go to the archives after you have your delicious breakfast.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There's more than one, right?
Archive?
Yeah, like library-esque.
For the library-esque room, there's study rooms. There's probably not multiple like the Xantharian archives is kind of like the biggest. That's kind of like the whole enchilada, so to speak, when it comes to
Okay.
books. But there are multiple like study rooms. There's multiple like of the silent bubbles in that particular area as well.
She'll go into. I mean, how busy is it right now? Probably not much, right?
Not very busy. Like only the most studious of bookworms would probably be in here on a day off for the most part.
She'll probably go to a vacant, silent bubble and just lay out all her books and everything and start working on her homework.
All right.
Yep.
Knocking out the homework. Just make a straight intelligence check for me, Kreslin.
Yep. 17.
All right. Yeah, you get through your homework very quickly. You're fairly sure that you have aced most of it on all the different homework that you had, including a few of the bloodline pieces in
Sweet.
there as well.
With her homework aside, she's gonna open the book. Oh God.
The I think I have it. So let me see if this is it. It is the Rays of Nobility book, I believe, is the one.
Chronicles of the Lesser Houses of the High Order of the Golden Sun. Yes.
That is it.
That.
Yes,
She's
ma'am.
gonna open up. She kind of like dog-eared the page where she seemed most intrigued, and she's just gonna continue reading. I guess I think where she left off was Lorekeeper Solara Dawnrider. There was like a section on the fireflies, the firelights.
Yes.
And then she's gonna continue reading from that page on to see if that specific power had been passed down to any of her descendants. If there's any mentions of that being passed down, or if not that, just the lineage from her going
I
down
got you.
to like the most recent. Yeah.
All right. So as you kind of read through the book, you eventually come to a chapter called to a section called House Firelight, a dimmed radiance that says, once a promising minor house within the High Order. House Firelight was known for their unique ability for luminous insect control, or firebug control. But there appears to be a mysterious decline. It says, approximately 50 years ago, House Firelight experienced a sudden and dramatic decline, and that official records are sparse and the details are shrouded in mystery. The house has seemingly vanished from prominence almost overnight. And then it asks some in here, like some speculated causes, kind of as rumors and whispers, and it says, some suggest that their growing popularity among commoners was seen as a threat by other houses. Others hint at a potential conflict within major houses over the application of their unique abilities. Or, a few scholars propose a tragic accident involving their powers, though details are conspicuously absent. Its current status is widely believed to be extinct. Their name appears to have been removed from most official records of the High Order, and the few remaining mentions of the house are found in older texts or personal journals. It is said that the stories of the luminous swarms have taken on almost a mythical quality. In some rural areas, unexplained swarms of fireflies are still attributed to the ghost of House Firelight. And then it says, author's note. The true fate of House Firelight remains one of the most intriguing mysteries within the High Order's recent history. The scarcity of information and the apparent efforts to obscure their past only deepen the enigma. As a historian, I find the lack of concrete evidence concerning their decline both frustrating and deeply troubling. There's also a note here that says, oh, hang on, I'm in my wrong notes here. Let me go back to... Why did I separate these two things? Ah, here it is. There is another note here that says footnote 37. It's worth noting in the year, and the year is kind of smudged out and you can't quite see what it is. It says, a minor diplomatic incident occurred between House Fireflight and a house known as House Temporis. The details are unclear, but it involves some sort of dispute over the nature of light. And possibly something else. Some speculate this led to a short-lived collaborative research project, though no records of its findings remain. So that is kind of like at the very bottom in here as well, in your research.
Does House Temporis ring a bell to me?
Off the top of your head, no, they don't. You've never really heard of them.
Right, back to square one. I'm going to go to that. I'm going to look for a book on House Temporis. maybe find like the general book, the generic book, where all, mentions of all the houses, and kind of work my way to find more about House Temporis.
Okay.
So I could figure out where it's from, where it's at, you know, history.
2 seconds here. Nope, that's not the right doc. Where did I save this particular document? I put it in the wrong place. It's not where it should be. Ah, there you are. I need to put you in the Scions folder, not my other folder. All right, give me 2 seconds, Paula.
Take your time.
I need to do a thing. For those of you listening to this recording right now, your boy is double checking some notes here. And we will get back to the game in just a second. But I don't want to leave a massive amount of dead air here, so I'm just talking over it. All right. So, Paula, I misspoke a minute ago.
Okay.
That was my bad.
All good.
You have heard of House Temporis, but you don't know very much about them at all. They were a house in my other notes. Oh my god. You know what I need to start doing? I need to start linking all my docs together where, like, it's here, and then just click it, and it takes me right to where I need to go.
Oh, that would be smart.
Yep. In the Zen...
Like
oh, yep.
Huh? Sorry? No,
continue on. Nope, you go first.
No, I was just going to say, I would be talking out of game. It would... something in game.
I got you.
Table, if you will.
They were a fairly well-known house within the Xantharian Empire. Quite powerful, although most things known about them, or at least off the top of your head, seem to be very reclusive, and you didn't know very much about them. Would kind of be so yeah.
Feels like a dead end. Just to go back to House Firelight. You said that the last descendant or something along those lines was like 50 years ago.
50 years ago, they experienced a sudden and dramatic decline.
Right. Does it mention who was, like, any last mentions of a descendant? Any names? Come on.
No, it does not.
Oh.
Not in this particular book.
Not in this particular book. Oh, what does that mean?
Well, that was just me saying it's not in this book.
Does that mean it's in another book?
A question for the ages.
Oh no! Russell's gonna pull out every book on this in this archive.
Well, I'll give you this because you've had a previous book that talked about the last well-known descendant is the one that you already have, in there. After kind of like that happens, the house declines and there's no mention of anybody else. Something. So let's I think that's what I'm trying to say and failing really bad, but while trying to be fucking mysterious for some stupid reason. But
you said, you correct me if I'm wrong again. You said that any other mentions would be in like personal journals or like old, what? Like,
official records are sparse. Let's see. It would be in. I had it here in my fucking notes, and now I can't find it again. Oh, older text and personal journals.
older texts. Man, the archive doesn't have a librarian. Who am I gonna ask? Is there a section where it's like old books that they just look old? Is there a section that looks visibly old?
There's probably multiple, yeah.
Oh no.
This is one of the most complete libraries in the history of the entire continent.
All right. Cresseline does like a mental like cracking of the knuckles, and she just like goes down each aisle of these old texts, and just anything. She's gonna cast Mage Hand, right?
Uh-huh.
She's gonna cast Mage Hand, and any book that she seems that would mention House Firelight or the Golden Sun or anything, she's gonna put it on the Mage Hand, and she's gonna just carry it all to the table.
Oh, okay.
Now, obviously, this does not make sense in game, but she's just like anything. She needs answers. She's in dire need of answers. So, and obviously, it's not good. Like she's pulling out like 30 to 40 books. It's more so like she needs something because she's at a dead end right now. So should I roll for like perception to see if she can catch any books?
Let's do perception and see if you can find anything, or if you become overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information that is coming at you.
Oh no!
Oh my!
No!
You cursed her, Bigfoot. You cursed her, bro.
I'm gonna take that L. That was my fault.
I got a natural 1 for a 4. Cresseline just looks. She doesn't even start looking at the titles of the books. She just like looks at the plethora of these old texts, and she just gets over like a crippling wave of just being overwhelmed. And she legitly just like falls to her knees in that aisle. And she's just like, oh no. That's if you want to jump to Marcel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this on some of the books that kind of overwhelm you. Some of the dialects are older dialects. Some of the grammar is very old. Think ye old book type grammar. And so that's kind of what overwhelms you. But yeah, we cut from Kreslin, who is currently kneeling anime style with her with like fire smoke coming off the top of her head, as we cut to Marcel waking up in his bed chamber.
He gets out of bed refreshed. It's like a full like in like subversion of what like you see before. He's getting out of bed looking like, damn, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm well rested. Finally got to sleep in after some time. And he gets up. But I think most people probably out the room about this point. He'll get up, he'll get dressed. Quickly, he'll get dressed quickly, and he'll grab a quick breakfast, so just one meal, and then he will also make his way to the archive. For some study.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. First, he'll want to search for. He'll want to search for any books regarding. Regarding her forgotten houses and or lost houses or forgotten like bloodline abilities and shit like that. He'll look for that first, then
Just in general, or where you come from?
in general.
Okay.
From like overlooking the continent. And shit. And so yeah. And then he'll also want to look into I'm about to send this to you, Josh.
Yeah, go ahead. I will say I may not have exactly what you want because I didn't know you were gonna look for a book, so I kind of have to generate it on the fly. But
to
Hey, listeners, do you like our theme? It's a pretty cool theme. We made it using Filmstro. While Bigfoot types out this message, he's going to tell me, we'll shout out Filmstro.
I apologize, everyone. I am chronically a terrible,
You're good,
slow
bro.
typer.
You're good.
This is
Take your time. I'll plug Filmstro. Yeah. So Filmstro is a royalty-free music platform packed with powerful and intuitive tools that anyone can use. You can create unique royalty-free music and picture-perfect emotion for your videos in minutes. I myself have bought a lifetime license to Filmstro, so I get to use it forever for one fee that I paid when they had a sale. And they're not paying us for any of this promo I'm giving them. I just find it an extremely useful tool, and I want to shout it out because I would like for this to be a thing for a very long time. They actually have a Halloween sale going on right now, where you can, as of right now, it is October 22nd, 2024, 11:08 p.m. Eastern Time. There is currently a 50% sale on their annual plans. So go check out Filmstro. Really cool product out there that you can use in your streams, you can use in your YouTube videos. They have a whole, like, you can upload your video to Filmstro, I believe, and actually mix the music in as it plays, so you can kind of like mix it all together. Pretty useful pretty useful stuff. Ah, I see what you're asking for, Bigfoot. Okay. Back to the game.
So yeah, those two.
Righty. The first book that you get about the lost houses and bloodlines is Lost Legacies, a chronicle of fallen houses and their bloodline gifts. And the second one, I'll whisper you, Bigfoot, because I don't know if you want me to say it out loud, so I'll just whisper it to you what it's called. Is the second book there that I have DM'd you.
Got you.
And then just let me know what you want to look at first, and we can dive on in.
All right. He will start with he'll start with the lost bloodlines.
Okay.
Would y'all say the name again for me one more time? I apologize.
Lost Legacies, a chronicle of fallen
Legacies.
houses and their bloodline gifts. I'll put it in chat for you as well, so you can just copy paste to that.
Much appreciated.
And I'll give you the author as well. It is by archival scholar Vesper Dawnweaver. I'll put that in chat as well.
Cool.
And so the opening pages have an introduction that says, "This is the study of fallen houses and their unique bloodline abilities. Remains one of the most fascinating yet challenging areas of magical genealogy. While many noble houses continue to flourish, history is littered with once proud lineages that have vanished into obscurity, taking their remarkable gifts with them. This chronicle seeks to preserve what knowledge remains of these lost houses and their extraordinary powers."
Nice. Yeah, he'll look through it, and he'll look through and try to find any specifically dealing with like there any houses that are fallen that like they deal with like a neuromancy or kind of like did I don't know. He's like kind of trying to catch a vibe for it. So like a neuromancy for sure. Maybe also if there are any that like dominate, they have the capability to control the sister, dominate like beasts or like malign forces.
Gotcha. I got you. Bigfoot, respectfully, can you type out specifically the first one you're saying? Your voice is so deep with your microphone, I can't understand exactly which mancy you're looking for. I apologize.
What, a neuromancy?
A neuromancy. That's what you're looking for. Got you. I think maybe it's my headphones being stupid.
It's probably my voice.
It's a great voice. Please understand, I'm not knocking it at all.
Voice, but I do know it's not the best for like technology.
It's fantastic for villains. If you ever want to go bad guy, you have such a great gravitas to it. So go ahead and give me a... I don't think you need a roll. You can look through this book and probably see if there's anything in there specifically for what you're looking for. But you don't seem to find anything in this book about it, about either of the things that you're looking for. You find about a house called House Soulforge, which was a house that could, and considering where you come from, I think this is a house that comes from where you were raised. You were, have you said where you're from to everybody, Bigfoot? I can't remember.
No.
Okay. So we will not speak that out loud. But I will put it in, I'll DM it to you.
Well, in context, the characters, no. Players,
Okay.
yes.
Players, yes. Okay. So there's a house called House Soulforge that have been eliminated, like straight up dead. The bloodline. This bloodline possessed extraordinary abilities to craft weapons and armor directly from spiritual energy, and that their creations could channel the wielder's emotions into pure combat power. The house was systemically eliminated during the Purge of Shadows in 612 BCE. Their abilities were deemed far too dangerous by a coalition of fearful nobles, so they were all killed. Something does catch your eye, though, in here, Marcel, as you look through this book. A house called Dreamweave. It says status fragmented. Former allegiance, dominion of Shadowsedge. It says the Dreamweavers could physically manifest dreams and nightmares, creating both wondrous and terrible realities. It is said that their powers fractured the house itself, as some members were driven mad by constant exposure to the dream realm, and that their remaining bloodlines have scattered to the winds, though rumors persist of surviving members living in isolation. So that would probably catch Marcel's eye, just because of everything that's kind of going on right now. As for what you're specifically looking for, you can't really find that in this book.
Right.
And there's some others in here, but those are kind of the ones that would stick out to you right now.
Right.
What was the first family name?
Soulforge? House Soulforge.
He'll mark down, like he has a little, he has his little notepad with him, and he'll mark down both of them, along with some of his like notes and shit. He'll mark down both of them and take some notes on like both the houses and situations and everything, and be like, "Why do these seem to be of interest?" And he'll like put the books aside. He'll be like, "All right, I'll dive more into that in a second." And they'll go to the other book, and he'll look through that. And in that one, he's more so trying to. He wants to like read through, see how it happened, right? But also, he's trying to see if, like, he's trying to gain knowledge from like how it happened, the whys, and like what the situation was at the time. But he's also trying to see is, does this book feel like it got like watered down?
I got
Like
you. So are you looking specifically at one of the houses specifically, or the book as a whole? Sorry.
for the second one, the book as a whole, but he is like he does want to like look into the individual houses.
Okay. So I'll say on the individual houses, this doesn't really have a lot of details on it, like the
right.
Like for example the Purge of Shadows. It doesn't go into what that even was. on here. It just kind of has it listed as a
gotcha.
reason.
I'm so sorry. The other book.
Oh, my mistake. I'm still in the Lost Legacies.
No, you good.
My mistake on that one. Yeah, so you're trying to... Okay. Let's see here. And you're specific... Can you say exactly what you're looking for? I know the... You're looking to see if this book has been watered down. What was the first part again?
Watered down. He is trying to like see like what is element of like how did the formation happen?
How did it
and
happen?
everything, Like, yeah,
Okay.
like how does that the whys of like what made the decision and all that. But, yeah, but is it watered down? And then like I said, yeah, he would look into like how the houses came to be within.
I got you. Okay. For the most part, I'll straight up tell you, it does not appear to be watered down. I will. Do you want me to read this out loud, or you want me to DM it to you?
DM it to me. Yeah.
Okay. Do. So this is kind of like the opening.
Okay, got you.
Do. Copy pasting things. Do. Put that there. Now, Bigfoot, I am kind of spitballing some of this, so I reserve the right.
Yeah.
I reserve the right to, if I make something inconsistent or fuck up my own canon, to go back and fix it at a later date.
Luckily, this isn't to the group. It's just a white character, so.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. And the rest I'll have to build out a little bit,
Gotcha.
Bigfoot. Just to kind of like what I had to do last week for Kreslin. I had to kind of put a pin in it till I could build it out a little more.
Got you.
But yeah, that's what you get off the basic of the book. In that DM there.
Cool. Also, he was reading this in the he was doing his study in the what we call it, Josh? The quietest nook.
The quietest nook. Yeah,
the quietest nook that him and Kaylin found, so nobody else knows where it is.
Yeah, that really kind of out of the way. Nobody knows that one is. I like to think you casually walked by without looking, Kreslin kneeling in that book hallway, anime posed, smoke out of her head, and you just didn't even see her as you made your way to your quiet nook.
It's impossible. It's impossible that I noticed her.
You're too busy looking at your books. They're super interesting.
Yeah.
So many books.
So,
Where should I start? She's having an inner monologue right now.
You made me think of there's an episode of Futurama, a sidebar here, where Leela takes over for Hermes, and Hermes is like this bureaucrat that takes care of all the paperwork, and she starts to get overwhelmed with all the paperwork, so she starts hiding it in plants that are hidden around the office, and then finally Hermes returns, and she's like, "Too many papers, not enough plants," as there's papers everywhere. You just made me think of that for some reason. Too many
Nice.
books, not enough time. But yeah, so you're in the quietest nook going over those books. And we are at about 11:24 p.m. So I think we should probably stop right here, guys, because we've been playing for about 3 hours. We did get started a little later, and I don't want to force Phenom to stay up super late.
Yeah, that would be nice. Next week, if we're playing, it's easier because we have our time change on this Sunday, so it's 1 hour closer to you.
I gotcha.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Until
So
you have it probably the week after or something.
Let's go ahead and put a pin in it here, and we will reconvene next week to see where our adventures continue. I know it was like a little bit of a slower episode. I'll as a DM, I'll say this whole episode was pretty much completely improv. The only thing that was prepped was the book that Paula asked me about last week. So, well done, everybody.
Huzzah.
Huzzah. Well, we played for 3 hours on improv completely. Mostly because I like to have it like this every once in a while, especially when you guys have free time. So, I don't want to keep the recording going too long over anything because I want Phenom to be able to go to bed. So we're just going to go ahead and end the recording now. Thanks to anybody that watched. We appreciate you. Hopefully those the few silences that we had weren't super long. So we'll catch you next week when we play again. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.